Let's talk about it on Detroit Hot Radio. 2 hours of conversation ranging from politics, relationships, sports, and of course, Detroit musical artists. If it's a hot topic, we talk about it. Now here's your host, a musician and entertainer for over 50 years, T. Pablo.
Detroit, baby. Detroit. Hey, I'm from Detroit, baby. Detroit. Hey, I'm from Detroit, baby. Okay, you can tell it all day. I'm from Detroit, baby. Detroit. Hey, I'm from Detroit, baby. Detroit. Hey, I'm from Detroit, baby.
Y'all heard what he said? We from Detroit. Welcome to Let's Talk About It. And tonight, we got an awesome show. Music Spotlight. I'm beginning to really like this. We have some great artists in Detroit, and it is our pleasure to bring them to you. These artists put in the sweat equity, the money, least to say their talent, which is the most important, the hard work that goes into producing their music. This particular artist that we're bringing on tonight, Brandon Williams, I know him to be a very hard-working musician. We worked together before in the past. I know him to be a hard-working musician. I have nothing but respect for him and his music. He's a Grammy-nominated artist. We just love his music. Be ready for that. We got a caller coming in. Let me answer this call. Good evening, caller. Welcome to Let's Talk About It. What's your name and where you calling from?
My name is Brandon Williams, and I'm calling from New York.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have Brandon Williams here. We talked about him all day. He's in the spotlight. He's one of the main players in Detroit. I think he's going to go big, and you're really going to like his music. And so tonight, we're going to talk to Brandon Williams about his music. Hey, what's up, bro?
What's up, man? You been good?
Everything is great. Everything's going good. I just want you to know how proud I am for having you on the show. So I understand who you are and what you're doing in the music industry. You're royalty, man. I'm telling you, it's beautiful what you're doing.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. So how do you feel tonight?
I'm feeling good. I don't know, like 6 shows last week, and I just had to drive into New York for some stuff, so. But I'm good, though. Yeah,
good.
Otherwise, man, you know, I woke up this morning, so I'm good.
We were sent over a new song called Paralyzed.
Yeah.
Have you released this song yet?
It was a really small release. I didn't put a lot behind it. When I put it out, it was just one of those things that I put out there.
Well, we're not going to play that song yet. We're going to save that song.
Okay.
They're going to hear it first right here. There are a plethora of music that you've done that people want to hear, but we obviously can't play all your music. But we pick about 4 songs that should take us through the hour. What we want to do is play a song and then ask you about the music and stuff like that.
Okay.
The song that I really like out of the box is I Love You. This is one of my favorites, okay? Now, somebody else might say another one is their favorite, but I know this is, man, anything with love on it is going to be my favorite. I can tell you that right now.
Right.
Without further ado, this first song by Brandon Williams called I Love You, and when we come back, we're going to talk to Brandon about his music. So we'll be right back after this.
We've got the formula that keeps you listening longer. Just play another hot hit. It's just that simple. Detroit Hot Radio.
This possibly could be the start of everything. Just like my dreams, baby, you have come to rescue me. Can't fight with the feeling. Boy, I won't, 'cause the feeling is so real. All I'm really trying to say is you've completely rearranged my story. When I see you, it's like I just can't help myself. All I wanna do is touch you, kiss you. Not a word in mine describes me so true. Tonight Is this really what it seems? My heart is so open, and your love mended all that was broken. And you really need to know that you're the one for me. No more sad endings. Yeah, when I see you, it's like I just can't help myself. All I wanna do is touch you, kiss you. Not a word in mine describes this so true. All that I say to you, my words would always all the time. So it's all that I just want. I want you to know I love you. I love
This is how grown folk music is supposed to sound. Detroit Hot Radio. Join in today's topic at 313-879-1049. That's 313-879-1049. You're listening to Let's Talk About It with T. Pablo on Detroit Hot Radio, the heart and soul of Detroit music.
All right, we back. That song, I Love You. What gave you the inspiration to write that song?
The crazy thing is that song was actually written by two of my very, very good friends that I've been knowing for a long time. They're signed to Universal Publishing Group. Their sisters named Anisha and Antea. The song is actually about Antea's early relationship that she had, so I identified with the song. We all can identify with that song in a number of ways when you find that special someone that you love and you feel like, okay, this is really it. So, I mean, we've all been there.
You know when you talk, people listen.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, they love what you be saying. How long have you been in the music/entertainment business?
I've been in the business going on close to 20 years now. I started playing professionally when I was 12. That would be 25 years. And then doing music production, that kind of stuff, has been about 15 years or something like that.
Now, we're going to play this next song. I have to tell the truth. Sometimes I think everything is my favorite song. Then I think I love it. I'm ambivalent. I go back and forth.
It depends on the mood, though. I was just telling someone, it depends on what mood you're in. One moment, this song could be your favorite, but then the next moment, I hear that about my album all the time. People got like 3, 4, 9 favorite songs. It just depends on what you're feeling at the moment.
You explained it just right. I was trying to figure it out myself, and that's it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to hear a song, a composition. First of all, did you write this song, Intimidation?
Yeah, that was written by me and a friend of mine, Denon Porter.
And we'll be right back after this.
Black milk. from the ground up, 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 up. Give you moves and a smile, 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 smile. So let's go going up and quit playing. You intimidate every dude. You need because you're so damn fine, so fine, so fine. And it's the one thing you hate, 'cause they would know how cool you were. It took time.
I think I can a little engine that could have tied a stalling. Spiderwebs, frogheads, you find it hauling. We picked up lines for them, you're not falling. They try to run them by you, but you're not from New Orleans. Hustling overtime on that late night grind. Even when you're sick as a dog, you're nothing less than a 9. Finish my sentences, you be revealing my thoughts. With or without the weave, I think I'm feeling it short. Seeing around with women with no soul, it kind of put me in the mind of hell no. Good times, fine, firm, feminine, no firm. Design your own fashions and willing to learn. Eager to teach with no sedatives. Your lips look like a positive magnet. Mind or the negative. Now tell me how you find it. I wanna get behind it.
Intimidate every dude. You need because you're so damn fine, so fine, so fine. And it's the one thing you hate, 'cause they would know how cool you were. It took time. You intimidate every dude. You need because you're so damn fine.
Join in on today's topic at 313-879-1049. That's 313-879-1049. You're listening to Let's Talk About It with T. Pablo on Detroit Hot Radio, the heart and soul of Detroit music.
Yeah. All right. I like that tag, Brandon.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about intimidation. How did that come about?
It's just from the misconception that a lot of men have for women who are successful. A lot of successful women, and we all hear the thing about the independent woman, successful women making a little bit of money, doing well for themselves, having nice homes, nice vehicles. And it's crazy how a lot of men don't want to approach a woman like that because they're intimidated by a woman making more money than them or just doing well for herself.
Wow.
So I don't know the best way to explain it. You know, I can't really understand what it is that they feel without being in their position. But the song, says it all. I don't understand men who don't want to approach women like that. This is a woman that could possibly help you step your game up or inspire you because she's doing well. She can inspire you to do well for yourself.
Well, you know, women are doing real well right now, especially our sisters.
Absolutely.
They drive Cadillacs and Lincolns. I was every day, man. They're looking good.
It's women out here, they doing their thing, man.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, they driving caddies, they driving Benzes, they making 6 figures. They're doing well. Men should want these type of women. The other thing is men equate money with being the head, and that's not necessarily true. You can be the head without making more than your girlfriend or your wife or your fiance. Like you can absolutely be the head, and she'll follow you as long as you're leading her in the right direction. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my dad used to say, I'm the head of the family, but the boss sitting over there.
Come on, man. Look, that's real. That's real.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't understand what it is. I don't get it personally why a man would be intimidated by a woman like that. But look, get this woman on your side.
Absolutely.
You know.
Yes, sir.
You should want a woman that's doing well for herself.
That's right. Behind every great man, there's a great woman. So
Absolutely.
I want to read something here. This is a little bit of your bio. It's here that your life has always included music in some capacity. You've always had music in your life. And
Absolutely.
First as a listener and then as a musician and ultimately as a producer. You are a musical architect that is quickly making a name. You have a stake in this game as a front runner in the music industry. With the release of the 2014 debut entitled 12, featuring Robert Glasper. Now, that's a name for you. Robert Glasper. You and Robert Glasper, huh?
Yeah, oh yes. He's only a year older than me. That's like my big brother in the music industry, even though I'm his big brother sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a really good friend.
Wow. You have a lot of friends who praise you, like Sean Paul, Chucky Booker, Mesa, Lettucey, Sean Patterson, Marion Meadows, Diane Reeves, Sinbad, Will Downing, Gil Scott, and many others praise your music, man. Nice.
Absolutely.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's an honor to be able to put something out there that came through me. I don't create the music. You know, it comes through me. It's just an honor to have people enjoy what I do for a living.
Everybody have heard of Michael Powell, the Grammy Award-winning producer. And it said you came on the scene when you were 12.
Right.
Michael Powell thought you was impressive. You was a direct protege of super producer Michael Powell. That's great, man. I didn't know that.
I met Mike when I used to play at a venue called Lola's downtown in the Harmony Park area. See, I started performing there in 2005. There was a spot upstairs, a recording studio called Harmony Park Studio. He would come down and listen to me play, and I would go upstairs and hang out with him in the studio, and he saw something in me and took me by the hand and showed me the way that this stuff should be done. I mean, I, of course, was a huge fan of Aretha stuff, Anita Baker, Alita Adams, a ton of stuff that he had done. Most notably, all of the stuff that he did for Anita Baker.
We're going to play another song. This is Everything by Brandon Williams.
This is where Detroit turns for R&B from yesterday and today. Detroit Hot Radio. Join in on today's topic at 313-879-1049. That's 313-879-1049. You're listening to Let's Talk About It with T. Pablo on Detroit Hot Radio, the heart and soul of Detroit music.
All right, we're back. Yeah. That song, Everything, that was the one that I'm ambivalent between that and I Love You. How did you come up with Everything?
I came up with the music. A friend of mine, he's from Boston, he lives here in New York, named Matt Cuson, wrote that for his now wife. We just sat down and conceptualized it and changed a couple things and tailored it to the album. It's a really, really good song. Matt is an amazing, plays piano. He's a producer as well. He plays guitar. He writes amazing songs. He's a really good artist in his own right. He's got 2 albums out now that are really, really good.
What I'm hearing from you is not only great music, but the fact that you collaborate with other great artists too. And I like that. Right.
It's my belief, because I have a platform, I want to be a catalyst for a lot of the people who I believe in. You know, a lot of people didn't know who Matt Cuson was until they heard my album, and I felt that people should know who this guy is. He's got fan bases has been built because I put the album out. Some other artists on the album too. I just want to showcase the people that I believe in, and I'm actually doing the same thing with the second album.
Good. Now, how many instruments do you play?
I have no idea. Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know.
You pick it up and some music come out. That's all you know, huh?
That's how it's always been. Yeah.
Okay, that sounds really nice. In 2009, you collaborated with Vicki Winans on How I Got Over. The album earned you 9 Stellar Award nominations, winning 1, a Grammy Award nomination, and a NAACP Image Award.
Yeah.
How did that make you feel?
It was crazy, man. It was a great thing. I was actually in disbelief. The Stellar Award, we won 1 and that felt great. The Grammy nominations, that whole thing took me by surprise. It was just something I wasn't expecting. Or the NAACP Image Award to win that, it was great.
That's huge. We really are proud of you here in Detroit, without a doubt. Every time you walk in the room, it lights up. We're going to hear this brand new one that you got. You say you're in New York right now?
Yeah, I'm in New York.
You gigging or?
No, actually out here for some meetings, what other kind of work I can get into for the upcoming album, that kind of stuff.
Okay, now, that song, Paralyzed. When we come back, we're going to talk about that. So I like that name. This displays your talent. We're used to hearing melodic is beautiful and all that. This is the same thing, but it has a different flavor. Maybe you'll explain it to us when we come back.
I can do that.
And we'll be right back after this.
This is how grown folk music is supposed to sound. Detroit Hot Radio.
All right, we're back. Now that was a beautiful, beautiful song. It gives you a world atmosphere. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, a lot of my music, I don't know if it's just a Detroit thing or maybe based on some of the music that I put out in the past, but like I try to tell people and try to showcase, on the other hand, is that I do more than just whatever it is that people think I do. I've produced country albums before, and I've produced rock bands. I don't care what the music is. As long as it's good, I'm down with writing it, producing it, performing it. It doesn't matter to me. So that song is kind of, that thing. I mean, because it's definitely a rock-influenced. What I call it is rock and soul. Okay. It's a rock song, but it's a soul song. Yeah. It's a little R&B in there, so it's got a lot of influence.
That's why I said that world, for it got the flavors of everybody, it seemed like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good segue into this. You have played in a variety of venues, okay? You played in the Playhouse in Atlanta, the City Winery, and the House of Blues in Dallas. As a producer, you worked studios around the world, from New York to the Caribbean to South Africa. And because of your talents and the plethora of abilities that you have, you've gained the respect of many legendary artists that call you their friend, including George Duke, Ricky Lawson, Jay Dilla, George Clinton, Layla Hathaway, Kareem Riggins, Randy Crawford. You also recorded with Stevie Wonder.
Mm-hmm.
You don't brag or boast, man. A lot of people don't know the stuff you do, brother.
Yeah, I don't really talk about this stuff much. Like, it was funny, I was doing another interview this past summer. Because I don't talk about this stuff, a lot of people don't know, but if you go to the website or just so happen to come across the bio, then you'll see a lot of the stuff that I've done. But yeah, a lot of people don't know how, that I recorded with Stevie Wonder. It's just an honor to be able to record. Like, I've been a fan of Stevie Wonder since I was born. Stevie's a genius, man.
You ain't lying. Now, what really amazed me was this one. You performed for Magic Johnson, MC Light, Holly Robinson Pete, Minister Louis Farrakhan, Vonnie Curtis Hall. I grew up with Vonnie Curtis Hall.
Vonnie's a great guy.
And Spike Lee. You connected, bro.
Yeah,
buddy.
Yeah. It's just an honor to be able to showcase what I do. And like I say, just have people enjoy what it is that I set as my path in life. I get enjoyment by watching other people enjoy what I do. It's a good thing.
Out of the songs we played, which one is your favorite?
Out of all of those, I would probably have to say Everything.
Oh, really?
Definitely so. My number one favorite on my album, though, is a song called Leave Love Be that's featuring Alex Isley. And she is the daughter of Ernie Isley, so the niece of Ron Isley.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she is an amazing talent. She's out in L.A. So me and her are working on some stuff for my new album. We're working on some stuff for her new album. She's just really great. She got it honest. I mean, everybody loves the Isley brothers.
Oh, yeah. I just wanted to let you know, and I was very excited to knowing that you was coming on the show. When I read about you, I've already had a lot of respect for you, that. But when I read your bio, I was blown away. Andrew, our social media marketing manager, he sent me over your bio. She said, "Take a look at this guy's bio," and I'm like, what? I couldn't even. Matter of fact, we don't even have time to read all the people you done stuff with. Looking at your bio, I left 100 people out. Okay.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I've done a lot of stuff, man. I've been really blessed to be connected with a lot of great people.
Okay. We've come down to the end of the show, and we're going to finish this song off with Everything. We wish you all the success in the world. We want you to be so successful.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me on.
Okay. Be safe out there.
You too. Yeah, you too now.
Thanks. Goodbye.
All right. Peace.
Brandon Williams. That was a beautiful interview.
You've been listening to Let's Talk About It with T. Pablo. Listen every Monday from 7 till 9 p.m. for engaging conversation on the station where Detroit artists are always number one. We look forward to you joining us again next Monday from 7 till 9 p.m. for another spectacular show. Let's Talk About It with T. Pablo on Detroit Hot Radio, the heart and soul of Detroit music.
I love me some Detroit. I can't get enough of this city. G, B, Cortez, McGee.
Let's do it. I'm from 6 Mile and I'm from that PA too. 3 years on Joy Road, yeah, I stay there too. I'm a West Sider and I rep that well. And I rock on the East Side when I need that there. You can tell I'm from Detroit, I speak with that dope language. When you see my fitted cap, it got that OD painted. I'm from the city where you get a whole pizza for $5. Days low for already told y'all don't try us. We got lions and tigers, so bears don't shot us. We make the whole world move, do not deny us. Barry Gordy's blueprint tattooed on my brain. When I'm out of town, people they respect from where I came.
Okay, you can tell it all day, all day.
All day.
I'm from Detroit, baby.
Detroit.
Hey, I'm from Detroit, baby.
Detroit.
Hey, I'm from Detroit, baby. Okay, you can tell it all day, all day. I'm from Detroit, baby. Detroit. Hey, I'm from Detroit, baby. Detroit. Hey, I'm from Detroit, baby.
4 o'clock in the morning, chili fries and cheese, but be careful, that's one of the hottest spots in the D. Go downtown, a lot about the pop in the D. We got the new Red Wing thing going up. My city fell off, but now it is going up. I moved out to Atlanta for about 8 years. Then I realized I can do the same thing here. Everybody in my ear like, why you go back there? It's just something about Cartier frames on my face. Light peach tint sitting great on my face. Even though I'm from the city where they known to hate, I still get buckets like I'm Golden State.
Okay, you can tell it all day, all day. I'm from Detroit, baby.
Detroit.
Hey, I'm from Detroit, baby.
Yes, I am.
Hey, I'm from Detroit, baby. Okay, you can tell it all day, all day. I'm from Detroit, baby. Detroit. Hey, I'm from Detroit, baby. Detroit. Hey, I'm from Detroit, baby.
What up, though? That's the code, though. Old English D, that's the logo. Come off of Jefferson, the fists and the Cobo. And one day you will get the rain, sleet, and the snow. Weather unpredictable, people hating every day. I don't care still, this the place where I stay. This the place where my head on the pillow, it will lay. Every time I get up, I say, man, hey man, I made it another day, man. For me to not to see 25, man, that was they plan. It could just be me and I go against 8, man. Making so many moves, people think that I break dance. Every time you start up a car or get in it, the world does not move if Detroit is not in it. You can tell I'm from Detroit by the way that I walk, by the way that I talk, by the fact that I'm a boss.
Okay, you can tell it all day, all day. I'm from Detroit, baby.
Detroit.
Hey, I'm from Detroit, baby.
Yes, I am.
Hey, I'm from Detroit, baby. Okay, you can tell it all day, all day. I'm from Detroit, baby. Detroit. Hey, I'm from Detroit, baby. Detroit. Hey, I'm from Detroit, baby.
6 Mile, Purity, Joy Road. That's where I'm from. Let's get it. Detroit, stand up. Yeah. One of the most important cities in the world, man. But one thing I do want to say is, y'all cowards gotta stop killing our kids and our babies, man. Let them grow up. For real. On a brighter note, I gotta say this. That's me on